Don't delete the default cube, just make it invisible. Go to 1, which is front orthographic mode view, and add an armature. Move it up a little bit. Enter edit mode and call this one torso. Now extrude it with E and Z. Make it somewhat larger because this will be the head. Now take this one, extrude it, Z again, and move it over there. Extrude it again, and call this one arm.l, this one hand.l, and it's important that it's a capital L, a dot capital L, and duplicate these, put these over here, and call this one leg 1.l, leg 2.l, and extrude another and call this foot.l. Now go to 3, which is the side view, and arrange the bones. And make this a walker pose. Now we need two helper bones for inverse kinematics, and we extrude that here and here. And call this one ik pole.l, and this one ik target.l. Now Alt P to clear parent. Again, Alt P to clear parent. And this one we will move over here. Select this bone and go to pose mode. And go to the bone constraint properties tab and add inverse kinematics with target armature and target. Again, armature and pole. Now this looks weird, so we set chain to 2 and the degree to 90, and everything should be back to normal. Again, 3. If that worked, then we can take this bone and move this. Also in pose mode, we need to add the bone constraint copy rotation and set this to local space, local space. The target would be armature again and the target bone. And we need to set disable inherit rotation. So if that worked, we can take this bone and rotate it around the x-axis and the foot follows. Take the leg and the torso, Command P, keep offset. Take the arm and the head, Command P, keep offset. So if that worked, you can take this bone in pose mode and move it up and down, and everything will be moving. Okay, back to edit mode. And select all, symmetrize to pose mode, and we're good to go. Next step would be to create the body of the walker. And make the cube visible again. Then we need the mirror tool. So with the cube selected, N to get this menu. And in edit, we find the auto mirror tool. Scale this down a little bit. Move it up with GZ. And now we enter edit mode, select the upper face and detach it with Shift D. Move it up a little bit. This is important because we need these as separate meshes. Extrude this one. Maybe make it a little bit bigger with GX. Move it out a little bit. You can see the mirroring. Then rotate this one around the X-axis. Maybe again move it a little bit. And extrude it again. That's okay-ish. And again, Shift D. Move this a little bit. Again, rotate it around the X-axis. And extrude. And Shift D again. Rotate again around X. Move it a little bit. Extrude. And Shift D again. And extrude it for the foot. Rotate it first. Around X. Move it a little bit. And extrude. Maybe to make it a little more Walker-like, 2 to select lines and then move this one a little bit. And maybe this one. Three again to select faces, and let's move this down. I guess that's okay. Now go into object mode. Select the mesh and this one with Shift Select, and then Command P with empty groups. Again, select the mesh, select the foot, L for linked faces, and now we can assign the vertex groups. So we need foot L, assign, leg 2, L, assign, leg 1, L, assign, hand, L, assign, arm, L, assign, and head, assign, and torso, L, assign. If we go to pose mode again, then we would be able to move this. Okay, now we can go to animation. Frame set to 1. activate auto keying. Take this foot, move it back a little bit. Next up, frame 4. We have a little bit of recoil here. Since the foot lands on the ground. Maybe like so, rotate around X. And frame 7 will be the crossing. So this foot goes over here. The whole body goes a little bit up. And this foot goes back to here. And frame 10. This guy goes back. And this one goes like that. And also we do some rotation around the x-axis. And we move the body a little bit up. Does this look like movement? I think so. Maybe we pull this a little bit up here. Okay. Now, select all here. I for insert keyframe and lock rod. This. Now select all here with A. Copy. Go to frame 13 and do Command Shift V. Also set end of frames to 24 and go to frame 25 and copy the first frame to 25. With that, we have a walker. Let's give this guy just a basic texture and add a material. Drop in some texture. Give him some color. Set the texture to closest. And now let's export this guy to GLTF. Since we use the mirror modifier, make sure that apply modifiers is selected and export to GLTF. To make sure that everything worked, we can drop this into the GLTF viewer by Don McCurdy. Have fun.